Explore the revolutionary Citroen EC3 electric car, a blend of innovation and style with us today. Within the automotive industry, a revolution is taking place. Citroen revealed the all-new C3, which is here in front of you. Having the chance to take a look around, it is amazing. Citroen promised that this would cost less than $25,000 when it was first unveiled, and they now claim that the pricing is correct. We will thus examine the outside and inside of the brand new Citroen EC3 and discuss some of its statistics. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, do subscribe to it and also hit the bell icon so you will never miss any updates in the future. Let's start the video. Here we are seeing the all-new Citroen EC3. Size-wise, it is roughly the same size width, the same size length, but it has grown up. So it is a B-segment hatch technically, but it looks very much like an SUV. You can see it's 100mm taller, so it's 1.57 tall, and lengthwise, it's just over 4 meters long. So if you know what the C3 is like, then this is the 4th generation. This is going to be very well known to a lot of people traditionally. Although they have sold more than 5 middle models, this one will only be available as an electric model. It sports 17-inch alloy wheels with chevron cladding all the way around, and it has 163mm of ground clearance. It has a very short nose up front with some stylish elements peeking out from the alley, and its footprint is extremely similar to that of the Volkswagen ID.2 idea, but 2025 is not going to happen. There are some nice small headlights on here. There are 3 lines in total, 1 horizontal, 1 vertical, and 1 horizontal with a high-low beam module. There are some excellent stylistic components as well, such as these color-changing clips. The front of it has a distinct style, and for the first time on a production model, the new Citroen brand identity emblem is displayed. It is large and positioned here and there with chevron designs on either side. A portion of this is matte gray plastic, some fog lights, some cooling underneath, and then more gray plastic. There are more chevrons going on underneath. It looks good in my opinion. We continue down the side, which I enjoy, and the thighs and shape of it. This has a two-tone roof with the black and white option. It also has a built-in indication and a glass that is black with a wonderful piece of silver. The Mash E, which stands for Citroen's electrified line, is expected to come in 3 trim levels and come standard with alloy wheels on all models. The side profile is visible there if you look down along the side. You've got a little dogtail area at the top, and we've got the roof rails with the Citroen emblem on them. Come on, let's get started. The long wheelbase hatchback design of the Citroen EC3 is intended to accommodate a battery pack of a reasonable size, and it has a 29.2 kWh lithium ferrous phosphate battery. With this, it has an ARAI range of 320 km or roughly 240 to 260 km in real life. These figures appear plausible, as you can see from the readout that it is 220 km at roughly 96% charge. It's noteworthy that in contrast to the majority of liquid-cooled systems you see today, this battery pack naturally cools with passing air. The Citroen EC3 from the ICE variant is difficult to distinguish. The only distinguishing features are the new dual-tone paint options and the tiny E-badges that are affixed to the fenders, as the naturally cooled battery requires a grille just like an ICE. Though potential buyers could have valued a little more to set the C3 apart from the EV, the car has always been aesthetically pleasing. The ground clearance has decreased to 170mm, a 10mm decrease. The interiors are almost identical. The toggle shifter is the main differentiator, but the upholstery is now black instead of white like on the ICE version, which will be easier to maintain. It is rather heavy and tactile to use, and it appears to be very similar to the one on the C5 Aircross that has been facelifted. As several other EVs have shown, the absence of a park mode can be problematic, although the instrumentation has been somewhat improved. You still have the small LCD that you can see, but it also has a small bar graph that indicates how the motor is doing. This is similar to the tachometer that is absent from the ICE models. Apart from this, there is still no comprehensive trip computer. The frontal area is largely unchanged from the typical C3. Because of the high floor, you can sit more hunched over at the rear, albeit thigh support is now a little less secure. The battery pack is positioned here, a foot from the front seats. But many EVs operate like this, and the Citroen does a better job of handling it thanks to its somewhat comfy bench. Thankfully, there is no compromise to boot space. Even with the additional wheel included for safety, it still holds 315 liters. The list of features is slightly expanded to include a day-night inner rear view mirror, driving statistics, and a suite of connected tech capabilities that can be accessed through a phone. However, given that this is one of the C3's shortcomings, we would have preferred to have seen more. While the 10-inch screen with a wireless phone connection is still included, Citroen might have improved the package by adding a powered mirror, a back camera, and a start-stop button. Overall, the car will still be more luxurious than before. It is difficult to predict how automobiles with limited range would behave in the real world, particularly when it comes to ride quality, from testing these vehicles on a testing track. Yet, in this instance, the EC3 does appear to have improved over the gasoline-powered Citroen C3 as it feels more steady and grounded when navigating turns. The EC3 is more maneuverable around turns thanks to its increased weight, nearly 300 kilograms heavier than the gasoline-powered vehicle, and the battery's low CG. We imagine that the C3's soft suspension system has been adjusted and made a little bit firmer to handle the extra weight. The cost of manufacturing electric cars makes it difficult for manufacturers to sell them at competitive prices, even while they save you money on operating expenses, particularly for smaller models. With a starting price of less than 23,000 euros, that kind of price is more in line with the individuals who would typically drive small city cars and hatchbacks than premium or performance versions. Perhaps the new Citroen NC3 holds the solution. Designed to rival the competitive pricing of newly launched Chinese brands' electric vehicles, the EC3, the first vehicle on a brand new platform for electric cars, is expected to give rise to a new line of reasonably cost electric vehicles aimed at the European market. The Citroen EC3 is a leading contender in the drive towards sustainability as more and more people choose electric vehicles for their transportation needs. Its advanced lithium ferrous phosphate battery pack provides remarkable efficiency and range, making it a great option for long distance and city transportation. Let us know in the comments section below that what do you think about how this has impacted the ride quality and comfort in the cabin. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it.